Hi, welcome to Ava's Kitchen. I'm so glad you're able to join in today too. Yay! Today we're going to learn something special. And guess what we'll be making? Ta-da! Yes, a quarter chicken. We know chickens are a source of protein, yes, on their own. And most important, when we are seasoning chicken, you'd want to add in turmeric. Turmeric is what we use in our curry powders and those ones. And turmeric is healthy because it also has inflammatory properties. It's also good for cancer. It helps with digestion. It helps with weight loss. It helps even when it comes to our skincare and our wound healing. But one trick when you're working with turmeric is to mix it a bit with black pepper. Yes, when you take turmeric like that, it's a bit hard to process in the body. It takes quite some time. So whenever I'm using turmeric, I like to mix it a bit with some black pepper. So I do my own turmeric powder. I just grate dry, but then I add in the black pepper as well, the dried ones, and I blend it together with it. But if you have just turmeric, you can just go with turmeric. But then if you add the black pepper to spice it up or to add to it, it improves it. Then ginger, which is also good because of its health benefits of nausea. It helps when you're nauseated. It eases your cramps, helps you with increased sweating, flatulence. It checks it for you. When it comes to even diarrhea, cancer, it's there. For garlic, yes, garlic is very good when it comes to detox, anti-inflammation. When it even comes to your skin, when it comes to painkiller, it's very good. Onions, yes, are also good for our eyes, our skin, our hair, our oral health, so our mouth and all those ones. And these are the basic things we use to steam our chicken. Yes, and we have the cinnamon, which we'll use for the coating. Cinnamon has its own spiritual and health benefits. For the health wise, when you want to check your weight, when looking at infertility issues, you're looking at your skin, even people with diabetes, and a whole lot of things like your tooth. Cinnamon is a very important herb when it comes there. And we know eggs are also protein. Although we always say that yes, an egg is a whole chicken, but we don't know who comes first, whether the chicken comes before the egg or the egg before the chicken. It's going to be a lifelong debate. But then eggs are full of proteins, which are zero carbs, there's no sugar. It's also good for allergies. Hair it's good for your beauty and your hair. Yes, you need egg when it comes to amino acids, when it comes to even cancer. And you realize these days, even with the COVID, they've been encouraging us to eat quite a lot of eggs. Now, most of us, we try to dodge flour because we feel it makes us grow fat. And then flour has its own health benefits. Flour is naturally cholesterol free and a good source of fiber, and it's also sodium free and fat free, and mostly sugar free, which is equally important. If you don't use a cinnamon, you can use a nutmeg, or you can use a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of nutmeg. What the cinnamon and nutmeg do is it makes the egg less nostalgic, so and it gives it this nice aroma and flavor as well. And the nutrients when it comes to nutmegs is that nutmegs are equally good for our detox. It's good for helping blood circulation. It's even good when it comes to our kidneys, how they function, because they're also antioxidants and they're good for toothache. Yes, so you realize if you put these things in, you're just helping yourself up. And the local spices, I do a blend of local spices when I'm steaming my chicken and my meat and stuff. So my efomwisa, esruwisa, my cloves, my rentia, my pepper, all of them, I blend them up and I put them together. And those spices are naturally good for inflammatory properties. They are good for building your immune system, your skin, your hair, your digestion, your metabolism, antioxidation. When it comes to even allergies and infections, spices are always great for that. And pepper is good for boosting your immune system. So the green one. So to start with our chicken, our quarter chicken, what you need to do is to first clean your chicken. Now I like to personally wash my chicken under running water, and then I wash it in a bit of either I use salt or I use apple cider vinegar or just white vinegar. Any vinegar you have, you can use to wash it, or you can just use the salt. Now what you're doing is you want to clean it well, because this is protein, is raw protein. So if you don't clean it too well, a bit else you won't get it too neat. So that's what I like to do. You can decide to remove the skin. Yes, my mom likes to get her skin off. You can decide to maintain your skin. My little boy likes to have it coated with the skin. So it depends on you. You can decide to unskin it or leave the skin on. When you are done cleaning it, you just want to put it nicely in your bowl. My chicken won't train or bowl. Try and then make sure that the chicken is well relaxed in the bowl. Leave enough cooking space around it for it to cook properly. Because if there's less cooking space, some will cook before some, and it may not thoroughly cook to the middle or to the end. And I used my pepper sauce. On my busy days, I like to just use the pepper sauce because it already has my ginger, garlic, pepper, everything in there. Then I added in some salt. If you don't have that, you can just use your very fresh mix. You can just blend your onion, ginger, pepper, garlic, and then you add it in there. So once it starts getting enough water, and then if it's too small, add a bit of water. Then I add in my spices. I add my turmeric, I add my local spices, and then I allow it to continue cooking. So once your chicken is well cooked, you realize that outwardly it will be well cooked, and the bones, you won't see blood coming out from the bones. Yes, so when it's well cooked, you just take it out of the stock, let it cool off a bit. Then you can start heating up your oil. Then you start working on your butter. Your butter is what you're going to use to coat it. Batter. So you can use your egg, a full egg or the egg white. It's all up to you. Then you spice it with your cinnamon or your nutmeg and a bit of salt. Then this is the first method. So I just separated it. I use the flour separately, and I added a bit of salt to make the flour not taste flat. Then I added the local spices in there just to spice things a bit. You can add in powdered pepper as well. Then I added in some nutmeg in there, or cinnamon, whichever one you want to use. You can just add it in. Then you mix it nicely. Then what you do is you pick your chicken, you put it in your egg for it to go on it, because the egg is what is going to help the flour bind to the chicken. Then when you're done with that, you put it into your flour, then you coat it. You just spread the flour onto it. Another method is you could do the mix, the batter, runny a bit. So you just dip it in and you fry. So the same ingredients, your egg with your either cinnamon or nutmeg and your salt. Then you add in your flour, which has already been sieved, with some salt, some spice as well. Then you mix it in. Then you mix all together. You mix it nicely together. Yes, you can do it thick or you can do it thin. It depends on you. But just try not to make it too thin. If it's too thin, it won't really stick much. It will be so light on it. If it's too thick too, the coat will be too heavy. Yes, so that's what I do. Then I just fry that as well. When your chicken is well cooked, you see it to be well browned and crispy. And this has already been cooked before we fry it, so you don't have to overly fry or it's come too dry. Yes. So if you realize your chicken is coated and is dry. So that's about our coated chicken. I hope you give this recipe a try and get back to us. So if you did like what we did today and you're impressed, if you're new to the channel, you're so welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, yay, we're so glad you're able to join in today. Please do well to like, to share, to subscribe if you're impressed, if you like, if you want to learn more. Do well to subscribe, do well to share to bless someone else, and do well to join us in our next food moment as we make every food moment count. Till then, live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be happy, stay healthy, stay fortified, stay very, very immune to COVID-19 and be safe. Lots of love for my team and I, as always. Mwah.